जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद, जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद, जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद, जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Welcome all of you. So we are discussing on the topic of authority and subordinate in 3 sessions. This is the first session. We will discuss something from the Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, 12th chapter, which is called Cleansing of the Gundicha temple. Pratame Kashi Mishre Prabhu Bolaila Padicha Patra Sarvabhaume Bolaya Anila. So, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, one day, he called for Kashi Mishra and along with the superintendent of the Jagannath temple, and then Pasaram Bhattacharya. And then he told them, Tina jana pashe Prabhu hasiya kahila, Gundicha mandira marjana seva maginila. After calling these 3 leaders, 3 personalities, Saramata Kashi Mishra and the superintendent of the temple, he said that please kindly award me the service of cleansing the Gundicha temple, because just now we all celebrated Jagannath Yatra, isn't it? So the Rath cart will bring Lord Jagannath Baladev Subhadra, and we want to cleanse the temple which is called Sundarachal. From Neelachal to Sundarachal. So Neelachal is like Kurukshetra, and Sundarachal is Vrindavan. So the Lord will come, the place should be clean. So without making it clean, can we invite the Lord? Cannot invite. So please give me the seva of cleansing the Gundicha temple. Like that the Lord told them. I'm begging for your permission. Like that he said. So do you think the Lord needs to take permission? So Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, according to the Chaitanya Upanishad, he is Sakshat Krishna. Krishna himself comes as Krishna Chaitanya. But he, in this Leela, he adopts the mood of a devotee. He behaves like a devotee. So he's telling, please give me permission to wash the temple. So those people, how did they respond, you see? Padicha kahe ami sab sevak tumhara, ye तुम्हारा इच्छा से कर्तव्य हमारा. Oh Lord, you are begging for service from us. You are asking whether you can do seva or not. Who are we? We are Amisabha Sevak Tamar. We all are your servants. Ye tumhare ichha se hi kartavya hamara. Whatever you wish to order us, you order us, and we will fulfill your desires. Like that they said. So in these two things, who is humble and who is proud? Huh. Both are humble. Correct? Na? Nobody is proud here. So you can see that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wants to do Gundicha Mandir marjan. And although the King Prataprudra considered himself servant of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he is also a disciple of Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya. And Bhattacharya is who became whose disciple? Huh? Bhattacharya, Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya became disciple of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So in case you may not probably know, Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya was a Raj Purohit of King Prataprudra. King Prataprudra was the king of Orissa. So, but he was a Mayavadi and an impersonalist. Who? Sarvabhaum. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to Jagannath Puri after taking sannyas, he ran to see Jagannath Baladev Subhadra on the altar and he fainted unconscious. At that time, this Sarvabhaum came and he saw Pandas were thinking, who is this fellow coming and falling in front of Jagannath? They were lifting him up. They would have bet him. But Bhattacharya said, all of you move aside. He seems to be a sannyasi. And then he seems to be dead, unconscious. So they kept one cotton near the nose and checked whether life is still there. And he arranged for his body to be taken to his house. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was taken to his house, at that time Nityananda Prabhu, Mukundatta, all of them were coming behind. They came and chanted the holy name and Mahaprabhu got up. So at that time, Bhattacharya told him, oh great young sannyasi, you see, you ran into the Garbhagraha, Sanctum Sanctorum. In future, whenever you take darshan, you should stand near the Garuda Stamba and take darshan. Like that he told him. So, and although he was an impersonalist and a great Vedantist, one day in the discussion between Bhattacharya and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Bhattacharya was completely converted to become a pure Vaishnava devotee. He was defeated by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by preaching. And after that, he became a disciple of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then he came to know, King Pratapadra came to know from Bhattacharya that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not just a sannyasi, he's Krishna himself, who in this world has come in the mood of a devotee to teach all of us how to become a devotee. So Pratapadra also became his follower, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's staunch follower, pure follower. So in this way, the whole Odisha became subservient to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu decided to stay in Jagannath Puri for the next 24 years. He stayed there only. Out of his 48 years of stay in this world, half of that time he spent in Jagannath Puri. So, he is well-known personality. Everybody loved him, respected him, deeply adored him. Although he is such a great person, he is asking the superintendent and Bhattacharya and all, please, I beg you all to give me permission to clean the Gundicha temple. So from his mood we can know that every devotee, whether you are authority or a subordinate, we should always be in a humble mood of seva. That is the very first thing we learn. As soon as we become proud, it is like adding a pinch of poison in milk. If you add a pinch of poison in milk, is that milk all right? The milk gets spoiled. So false pride, arrogance, these things will create friction and fire, sparks. And people become egocentric. Sometimes you've seen two goats fighting. Like you've seen that? Two goats sometimes fighting on a bridge and both falling into the river, isn't it? So here Mahaprabhu is, although very exalted, is saying, please give give me some seva, let me cleanse the... And what did they say? What are they saying? You see here. Upon hearing Lord's request for permission to wash Gundicha temple, the Padicha, superintendent of the temple, said, "My dear sir, we are all your servants. Whatever you desire is our duty to perform. You order us what you want to tell us. We will provide you everything. We are here as your servants." What is the meaning of this? You see, if you are in charge of a department, what you should think in your mind is, I am servant of all the devotees. Whatever the facilities they need, I will provide, so that devotees will be happy. My goal is to serve, satisfy, and please devotees. That's my goal. What is my goal? You may say, what is the difference between these three? Serving a devotee, satisfying a devotee, and pleasing a devotee. What is the difference? I'll tell you the difference. One time, a special guest came to Pune. I called one devotee and told him, please take this devotee to kitchen, give him prasad, and take him around the temple and show him. So this fellow took him to kitchen, and then at that time it was 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So he opened the cupboard and took out the prasad buckets and gave him prasad in the plate, kept the buckets inside, locked it. And then he told Prabhuji, after you finish prasad, you can wash there. You go straight and take left and climb up, temple will come. And behind the temple, Balaji temple is there. You finish that and then you come back. Like that in Pune. He said like this. So that guest finished the prasad, but he was hungry again. He wanted more. But the prasad was locked. This fellow went away. So later on I asked that guest, are you happy? He was not happy. He said, Prabhuji, the devotee gave me a little prasad, but I was hungry more, but he was not around. The next time another guest came, I didn't fix that devotee. I fixed another devotee. So this devotee was better. So he took him to the kitchen, he gave him prasad, and he gave his phone number to him and said, Prabhu, after you finish prasad, if you still want more, you give me a call. So he gave a call, he came back and served, and then he showed him the washing place, came out, and then he showed him, Prabhuji, if you climb up the staircase, there's Vrindavan Chandra, Radha Vrindavan Chandra temple. And then just behind this Balaji temple, do you want my help? If you want my help, I will come. Otherwise, you can manage yourself. What do you say? Prabhuji said, okay, I'll manage myself. So he went around. When I came from the temple, I saw him alone. I asked, Prabhu, did you see everything? He said. So he was little more better. He said that, oh, Prabhuji, prasadam was very good. The devotee was a little busy. But he showed me how to go. Third time, another guest came, I fixed him. What he did, he gave him prasad. Of course, there was halwa was there. He gave halwa also to him. But then told Prabhuji, you just keep taking prasad, I will come. He went to the deity room and brought special deity Mahaprasad. Rasagulla he brought. So he gave Rasagulla to Prabhuji. Prabhuji was very happy, directly from the deities. He was very happy. After Prabhuji finished prasad, he gave him more prasad. Then he was talking about the temple and activities and everything. And he washed the hands. Prabhuji was about to leave. And then he said, Prabhuji, this is a pack, prasadam pack for you to carry home. You can take it for your family members. He was very happy, he kept it inside. Then he took him to the temple, showed darshan, took him to Balaji, came round, we brought him to the gift stall, took him inside. And then he brought him to me. And then Prabhuji is finished with prasad and darshan's over. Anything else for me? He said. I said, okay. Then I asked this guest, how did you feel? What do you think he would have said? Did he serve you or satisfy you? What he said? He was pleased. He was so pleased. He said, Radheshyam, such a good boy this fellow was. I was so happy. In fact, I even taken his phone number also. He said, next time I come to Pune, even if you are not there, no problem. I will directly call this devotee. Because he is such a good devotee, he took very good care of me. So out of the 3 people, who took the best care? That person. Correct. So, should we serve or satisfy or please? So, everybody should think this department is given to me. Like for example, I am kitchen head in the student center, for example. I am a kitchen head. So what I should think? I want to feed nice prasad to devotees, so devotees will be happy, isn't it? And the prasadam should be hot. You should be served on time. You should not be late. In case some devotees come from college late, prasadam shouldn't get over. 12 to 1 prasadam time. Some devotees are coming at 2 o'clock. He, like a mother, he keeps in mind, oh, that devotee is not here. Let me make a plate and keep for him. So, if you try to please devotees, then Krishna will be pleased with you. You try to please devotees and then Krishna. What happens if Krishna is pleased with you? Is there an advantage or no advantage? What is the advantage? You will? He says you will progress. So what progress you make when Krishna is pleased with you? Yeah? What progress we make? Huh? Attraction to Krishna will increase. Our heart will become purified. Our love for Krishna will increase. So when you affectionately serve devotees, then Krishna is pleased and your affection for Krishna will increase. You understand, no? So that is why while dealing with devotees, we should always think, am I pleasing to this devotee or am I displeasing this devotee? Therefore they said, this is the word they were using. They say, Padicha kahe ami sab sevaka tomar. ये तुम्हारा इच्छा से ये कर्तव्य हमारा. Oh Lord, we are all your servants. Whatever is your desire, to fulfill your desire is our duty. We are here to simply please you. This is the language of a Vaishnava devotee. Prabhupada always asked his Guru, Guru Maharaj, you are surrounded by sannyasis and brahmacharis and they are all 24 hours with you. Look at me, I am a grihastha, I have my 5 children, wife and family and business. I am caught up in all these things. Please tell me, how can I serve you? He asked. His Guru told him, if you preach this message in English language, it will do great good to you and it will do good to the whole world. He said. So he always asked this question, how can I serve you? How can I serve you? How can I please you? So like the Prabhupada. These people are also saying, we are here simply to serve you. So every one of you devotees, you have some service to do. Say, in those days in Pune, we had one Sankirtan department. Sankirtan means book distribution department. So one day one Grihastha devotee came and said, 8 o'clock is a Radheshyam, I want some books to go and distribute. I sent him to the head of the Sankirtan. He said, Prabhu, our Sankirtan department opens at 10 o'clock. He said, now see the clock, what is the time? 8 o'clock. Sorry, not now, you come at 10. So the devotee went away. He couldn't distribute books. Later on I called the devotee and said, Prabhu, how many books got sold? I asked. No, Prabhu, Sankirtan head said 10 o'clock, my office starts at 9:30. I could not take the books, I'm sorry. He said. Then I called the Sankirtan head and said, what is this, Prabhu? He said, what is this, Prabhuji? Anybody will come anytime. Somebody comes at 7, somebody comes at 8. Somebody will come at night, I have fixed timing. Morning 10 to 1, evening 4 to 7. That's all. Jena to le lo, nahi to nikal jao. If you want to take, you take. Otherwise, don't disturb. So our book distribution was very poor in those days. Later on, I said, let us change the department to somebody else. Then we changed to other people. Then when those devotees came, like Sarvalakshan Prabhu, Ami Masun Prabhu came, they did a miracle. They were ready. Midnight, if some call comes for book distribution, they will be ready to give books. Any time of the day. In fact, during book marathon time, our Sarvalakshan Prabhu said, any part of the city you want books, you order us, we will come and deliver it. Any number of books. We are your servants. We are here only to serve you. That's all. Not only that, any Prabhuji Mataji distributes books to come and give the score, immediately they'll get a laddu in the hand. They have made so many big quantity of laddus and ready. They will come to give the score and take laddus and go. That was like. And temple had tables also, which are, all the 4 legs can be removed. You know the table? There's a table like that. So they had many tables. They told Prabhuji Mataji, anybody you want to distribute books in any area of Pune, you just give a call, we will come and set up table for you. We will give the table, books, everything, prasad, everything for you. You just sit there and distribute. We are available. Not only that, now Amiyamusanpo, his assistant, he said every counselor in his name, he has made a link also. Any number of books you take, it will come in the leader's link. It will go and get stored there. Everything. That means, for example, Radheshyamdas, somebody wants 5 Bhagavatam sets from me. I will give them my link. If they click it, it will go to the Sankirtan department through my name. That means core will come to whom? To me. Then who will not distribute? You understand? So we have 100 leaders whose links he has given. For everybody, their own link. So I will call here, there, everybody. You want to buy Bhagavatam? Yes. Here is the link. Take the link. Click it and then take the book. So immediately it goes in my name. And they're announcing, then they will say, Radheshyam distributed 5 sets of Bhagavatam. So he made like that. Ready made. That means, they made it so easy. So service, this is the meaning of service mood. One who is given any service, we should be considering I am simply a servant. I can be anybody. I can be a president also. I am president of Pune temple. I am servant of everybody. The more you go higher, the number of people you serve, they also increases. So it's like, this is like a pyramid. You turn it upside down. If it is a pyramid like this, if you turn it, it becomes like this, correct? No? Triangle, upside down triangle. So the bigger leader you become, you are below and everybody else is your master. Like that one should think. Correct? No? That's the right mood of a devotee. That's why they are also saying, Ami Sabha, Sevaka Tomar. Ye Tomare Icha say Kartavya Amar. It's our duty to serve you, they are saying. And then, विशेष राजा राज्ञा हयाचे हमारे प्रभुर आज्ञा यही से शीघ्र करिवारे. My dear Lord, the king has specifically ordered us and told us that whatever Lord Chaitanya wants, you should fulfill his desires. That is whose order for us? Whose order? King's order. King Pratapadra has told us. King himself thinks he is your servant. And so we are also your servants. Whatever order you have, you tell us and we will fulfill it. Like that they are saying. Tumhara yogya seva nahi mandira marjana. Ye karila kara, ye tumhara mana. My dear Lord, there are hundreds and thousands of servants king has, scavengers and cleaners. They can clean this temple. They can clean everything around. You just order us, we will get it cleaned up. This is not service for you. You are actually worshipable. We will put our head at your feet and you can give the dust of your feet on our heads. We are your servants. But if you still want to do this service, yehi ekalila kara, ye tumhara man. This is simply your desire that you want to do this leela. Correct, no? Because you are not expected to do this type of cleaning service and all. Correct, no? No. Like recently I saw one video. I'll just show you. Yes. Here I was just showing you, like there is one more video I have, like this about Adani also. You heard about Adani? So Adani is making khichdi. You're just telling. Now somebody like a prime minister has thousands of crores of rupees, correct now? Are these people expected to make khichdi or roll chapati or do prasad serving? Are they expected? No, are anybody paying them salary for doing this? No. But why would they do? They feel that, we are all simply servants. Huh? In God's creation, God is the only master. All of us are servants. That's the mood. So they are also saying that, my dear Lord, you are master of all of us. We will do the service. Huh? But if you still want to do, you can do. That is your choice. You understand now? So to wash the temple, you may need water pots and brooms. Therefore, order me. I can immediately bring all these things to you. They are saying. Yeah. नूतन एक शत घट शत समार्जनी पडिचानि अदिल प्रभुर इच्छा जानी. So they brought about 100 pots and 100 broomsticks. Yeah, samarjani. Yeah, no understanding that Lord Chaitanya wants this. Aradine prabhate laya nija. Aradine prabhate laya nija gana. Shrihaste savarange lepila chandana. See, the next day morning, early morning, Mahaprabhu called all the devotees and he applied chandana on their foreheads and on their foreheads and shoulders. He applied that. Now, Lord actually is personally doing this. In ISKCON temples, you must have seen, first they apply to Prabhupada, you have seen that? Chandana, and then they apply it on our forehead. Lord is personally doing this. So, Lord is treating the devotees with so much affection and respect. So when we are all youths staying together, we should see everybody as a respectable and worshipable devotee. Right now, we should not see them as some helping hands. Hey, Veda, Mara. Like that, we should not speak like that. We should treat them with respect because they are all Krishna's very favorites. Correct now? Devotees are very favorites for the Lord. So Krishna says that in the Shastras time and time again. Sadhavo hridayam makyam sadhunam hridayam tvaham madanyatte na jananti naham tebhyo managapi. He's saying, I am in the heart of my devotee is in my heart, and I don't know anything but my devotee does not know anything other than me, he's saying. So for the Lord, devotees are the favorite. When Sudama went to Dwaraka, you all know how Krishna washed his feet and fed him prasad and everything. So just as Sudama is very dear to Krishna, similarly every devotee sitting here, they all are in the path of becoming pure devotees. Correct now? So we have to deal with devotees very respectfully and affectionately. So Mahaprabhu is offering them all Chandan Lep first, next day morning when they came, before they accepted the service. Shrihaste dila sabare yeka yeka marjani Sabaganalaya Prabhu Charila Apani. From his own divine hands, Lord Chaitanya gave them all one broomstick, the hand, and told them that let us all now sweep the floor of this thing in the Gundicha temple. He's giving them all, everybody. He is delegating the service to many, many devotees. See, if you have a hall like this, if one person cleans, it will take a long time. Correct, no? Imagine 100 devotees take 100 jars and clean it. In 5 minutes, it will be over. Correct, no? So, therefore, services we can delegate to devotees and empower the devotees to do, but it should be done in a very respectful mode, as Mahaprabhu teaches us. Yeah. Gundicha mandire gela karite marjana. Pratame marjanilaya karila shodhana. See, the krama is very important. Krama means order. First, Mahaprabhu said, first we are going to sweep. When all the dust is removed, then we will throw water. Can you throw water in the beginning itself? What will happen if you throw water along with dust? It will just stick. Correct, no? Not only that, Mahaprabhu said, first you will clean once, so everybody cleansed. Then he told, now we will clean the fine dust also. They cleanse the fine dust. And everything was finished. Only then he told to bring the water. First it is said, Lord told everybody, the cleaning should start from where? From the ceiling. First you clean in the top, then the walls, then the ground, then out. Now you understand now why? Because if you clean below and then you go to the top, what will happen? Again it will come. So that means there should be professionalism in our service also. When service is given, we should do it spotlessly. Pakka we should do. Imagine somebody cleaned here, cleaned the wall, and then cleaned it, fell down. You may say, Prabhuji, I cleaned the room, I don't know why so much dust is coming now. You can't say that. You have to do it properly. Yeah. Chota vada mandira kaila marjana shodhana. Pache taiche shodhila Shri Jagamohana. All places. The Lord and his companions cleansed all the places, the buildings, big, small, irrepresentable, everything. On all the four directions, see, Charidike Shatabhakta Samardhani Kare. Charidike Shatabhakta Samardhani Kare. Apanishodhena Prabhu Shikha Shikhana Savare. Charidike means in all the four directions. Devotees are all taking the broomstick and started cleansing. And Lord Chaitanya himself was also cleansing. Sometimes what happens, you give the service to devotees and you go away, they will also go away. Correct? Now you go to your room and they go to their room. Nobody will do it. Therefore, Mahaprabhu is also himself there. See, he was personally carrying out the operation, just to instruct others. Premolase shodhena layena Krishna nama. Bhaktagana Krishna kahe kare nija kama. Premolase, the service should be done blissfully. Any service you do, whether you are cooking in the kitchen, you are sweeping the floor, you are going out on book distribution, or going out to call the boys for the program, isn't it? Or you are serving prasad. Service should be done how? Happily should be done. It's called as what? Devotion service. Loving devotional service. It should not be done as grudging devotion service or boring devotion service. It should be done lovingly. Why? Bhakti Yoga means everything is about love. Love for Krishna. The person whom you love is Krishna. And for his pleasure, you are rendering seva. Correct, no? I'll tell you a real life example. Way back in 1993, I had gone for yatra. So we went to Vrindavan. In Vrindavan, we were around 200 to 250 devotees. And the plan was that, prasadam will be transported by a vehicle which will reach at 1 o'clock to one spot where we all will eat there and then proceed further. But then the vehicle broke down and the news came at 11 o'clock and they said, now we have to repair the vehicle and bring it. By the time we come, it will become 4 o'clock. Prasad, today you all please adjust, they said. Instead of eating at 1, you have to eat at 4. Is it all right? Devotees are very hungry also. So my Guru Maharaj was there. So what he did, he was giving a lecture. He called the manager and said, see, this will be too late. 4 o'clock will be too late for devotees. Devotees will be hungry. Can you go around and check with some Brajabasis? Can they give roti and sabji? Correct, no? Bhaj roti, big one. if four rotis per head, if you eat, along with sabji, that should be all right. And they immediately went around. So 20 families, they agreed, we will make and give happily. So by 1 o'clock sharp, they were ready with, roti, sabji and halwa also. We didn't even tell them halwa, they made halwa also. Everything hot. They made us all sit and they served all poor families, Vijayvasis. Very happily, they were lovingly, they were serving. We ate to our heart's content. And then Maharaj told the managers that you should pay them money, poor people. They have given so much prasad to us. But when we gave money, they were not ready to accept. They said, how can we take money? It's a seva, bhakton ki seva. We just did seva, that's all. Thank you for the seva opportunity you gave us. Like that they were saying. And we saw that houses are only huts, simple hut. They don't have much facility. So they had that is the bhava in Vrindavan. And then Maharaj told, give them something. Then our managers saw their children were very poor, they're going to school. So they gave them notebooks and pens to them. Then the children accepted after that. So the point is what? This Vijayvasis, they are in what mood? Grabbing mood or giving mood? They want to give. And while giving, are they conjuice giving or liberal giving? Liberal. They are not thinking, free, we have to serve free food. Let us give only one chapati or only two. No. Take as much as you want. So that is a mood, service mood. So that's why Vijayvasis are always remembering Krishna. Because when one lovingly remembers the Lord, one can happily serve. Because you know that I am serving Krishna and his favorite devotees. So, and while serving also what they were doing, Bhakta Gana Krishna Kahe Kare Nija Kam, which means while rendering service, what they were saying? Krishna, name they were taking. Like I have seen, temples when Sunday feast cooking is done by many grihasthas, correct now? So one group of Matajis will be sitting and rolling chapatis. And they'll be singing Hare Krishna mantra. One Mataji will lead singing, others will do follow-up singing. Then other side, Prabhujis will be sitting in a square and they'll be cutting sabji, carrot and beetroot, everything. And they will also be singing Hare Krishna. Another tune they'll be singing. This side like that. So there'll be boys sitting there. They will also sit in one group, and they will also be doing some service like this, in the kitchen service. So I've seen this in many years, that the kirtan will be going on. Same way in our temple, when garland is made for the Lord, garland making goes on for like 7 hours. Some Mataji may do for 3-4 hours and go. So all the while they'll be singing. So sometime what happens, the singing stops. And then when you stop singing, then the Prajalpa will start. Correct, na? Then later on what we did, they are not singing, so we put on the lecture. So when lecture is going on, at least they will listen to the lecture. Either you sing or you hear. Otherwise what will happen? Prajalpa will creep in. So here also Bhakta Gana, they are all doing seva. While doing seva, they know the seva is for whose pleasure? Krishna's pleasure. So we should do it while chanting his names, remembering Krishna. Service should be done like that. Mahaprabhu was also chanting the holy name in great jubilation. He was chanting, and devotees were also doing that. Dhuli dusaratanu dekite shobhana, kaha kaha ashru jale kare samarjana. See, Mahaprabhu, when he was cleaning, his body was covered with dust, sometimes on the face, on the body, and he looked very beautiful in that. Because when you are doing service with complete absorption, sometimes there may be dust on your body also, correct? No? When you are cleaning, top dust falls on your shoulder and everything. Similarly, while rendering service, there was also tears flowing from the eyes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which means he was doing with great affection. At times, when cleansing of the temple, Lord shed tears in some places. He even cleansed with those tears. So that goes to show the affection with which he was rendering service, because he knew that I am cleaning the sanctum sanctorum where Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra are going to sit. This is the place. So he's making a place for Krishna to come Therefore, tears are coming in his eyes. That means, like for example, say if your spiritual master is going to visit your home, how many of you will be ecstatic if he's visiting your home? Correct, now? So, will you go to office half a day or you'll take a full day leave? Yeah, you can't tell your Guru Maharaj, Maharaj, make sure you go back before 1 o'clock. Because I have to go to office afternoon. Will you say that? You will say that you can come any time of the day, Maharaj. I am available. Correct, now? Similarly, what is the first thing you will do when Guru is going to come? You have to make sure everything is clean. Correct, now? There are so many things hanging, you have to remove things which are dusty, dirty. You have to clean it. Make the whole house proper for him to come. Similarly, Lord Chaitanya, here is cleaning the altar for Jagannath to come and sit. But his tears are coming in his eyes because he's remembering Jagannath while doing the seva. Krame Karila Shodha, that's what I told you. According to the order, he first the ceiling and then the walls and then below like that. Yeah. Trinaduli Jinkura Sava Ekatra Kariya Bahirvase Laya Filaya Bahira Kariya. See, he picked up all the dust, straw and grains and everything. He gathered it with his own angavastra, upper cloth. What does that show? Like, imagine you have a chadar on the top. With the same chadar, he is collecting the dust and going and throwing outside. So again, just like I told you, tears coming from his eyes while cleaning. That means, he does this service in a wholehearted manner. Not that, we just swept it and left the dust in one corner and then we put on the fan, everything is flying. Like that. Personally, he took it in his own upper garment, went far away, threw it and then came back. This means the service should be done with a wholehearted consciousness, not adurakam, not half-hearted way. Correct, no? Service, wholehearted, you understand the difference? Wholehearted service, like there was one girl, her mother told her in the village, see, I have put all these different kinds of items for like rajma and everything. I have put all these things for drying under the sun. Correct, now they are wet. Some wet grains I have put drying under the sun. You just sit down here and keep seeing it, she said. So the girl sat down and the mother went to market. And the mother was coming back in the same lane she saw one donkey was eating it. Donkey was eating from this thing. And the mother shouted from there, hey, daughter, donkey, drive it out. Then the daughter drove the donkey. And the mother came and said, I told you to see. She said, daughter said, I am seeing it. But she was reading some novel she was reading and also side by side watching it. Mother said, seeing means what? Seeing means making sure no other dog or cat or donkey or something comes and eats. Correct, no? So was she doing wholehearted service or half-hearted service? That is the point. Wholehearted service means he's taking dust in his own clothes and going and throwing and just see. Like that is rendering service. Like for example, one time one of the leaders told a boy, hey, Prabhu, today evening 7 o'clock we have program. Can you make the room ready for the class? Okay, Prabhuji, take a Prabhuji, ho jayega Prabhuji. He said, I will do it. It became 6:30. Room was not yet clean. Yeah, Prabhu, what about cleaning the room? Oh, ho jayega Prabhuji. That doesn't take much time. I'll do it, Prabhuji. It became 6:45. Already some boys started coming. Then again the leader asked, Prabhuji, if you cannot do, tell me, I will arrange another devotee. He said, no, I'll do it, Prabhuji. When it was 6:50, then he came. Till then he was with his mobile, calling and chatting and everything. 6:50 came, very, very quickly he just swept the room, left the dust in the corner of the wall, here, everything. And the boy started coming. Then the leader again came and said, Prabhu, what about punching? Punching means mopping. What about mopping? The boy said, should I mop it now, Prabhuji? Then the leader said, okay, don't mop now, because if you mop now, boys come in and it will be difficult, so don't do. Then he thought his service is over now. And the leader said, but what about putting match to sit like all of us sitting, correct now? What about the match? Oh, Prabhuji, that you didn't tell me. Ah, okay, I will do that. Then Prabhuji asked, but what about the mic? You have not set up the mic. Prabhuji, that also I have to do. I didn't know that. So he didn't exactly know what is expected of him. And by the time boys came and they're waiting, class started at 7:20, 7:25. Started slowly. So, and then when they put on the fan, all the dust started flying up. So do you think leader will next time consider this fellow? What service is this? Half-hearted service. So, uttamaschintitam kuryat praktakari cha madhyamaha adamo ashraddaya kuryat nat kuryat uchcharitam pituhu. Like that, there is a verse in Bhagavatam. Uttamaschintitam kuryat, the first class servant is one who knows the mind of the master and expertly does the service. Like I told you, I told the devotee, take care of the guest. So how he took care of the guest? He gave him prasad, he gave him sweet, gave a packet of sweet to him, took him around, and made sure that the guest is completely pleased and satisfied. Correct, no? That is Uttama Shintam Kuriyat. Because he knows that Radheshyam Prabhu is a very important guest. We should take care. So he took complete care. Top. And the second class devotee is one, whatever you say, he will do. If you didn't say, then he will not do. At least that much. Jo bola so karo. If you say, he will do. Like you heard this, the story of this Paramartha Guru, no? Guru was going in one horse, disciple was going in one horse. Tak, 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 it was going, isn't it? And then Guru's bag fell off. And the disciple saw it, but he didn't pick up. After 2 kilometers, Guru asked, hey, where is my bag? And the disciple said, Guruji, that fell 2 kilometers ago. But why you didn't pick up? He said, you never gave me instruction. I have to give you instruction. Go back and bring it. So he again went back and he picked up the bag and brought it. And then Guru said, just see, such a silly thing, you don't understand anything. False, you have to pick up and give. Such a simple thing. Then they went 1 more kilometer. And now the horse put stool. Yeah. And this fellow picked up in a plate. And then he gave to Guruji, please see this. He said, Guru, what is this? He said, Guruji, you only told anything false? That's why I'm giving you. He said, hey, throw it off. He said. Then the disciple said, Guruji, I don't know which one I should pick up, which one I should not pick up. Please give me a list. Guru said, such a small thing. Okay. So Guru gave a list. Okay, if the clothes fall, you should pick it up. The umbrella falls, you should pick it up. Bag falls, you should give. Correct, no? Everything. And the food packet falls, you should give it. So he wrote some things and gave him. So after some 2-3 kilometer distance, the horse started running fast. And it overthrew the Guru only. Guruji fell off. And the disciple saw the list. Guruji's name is not there. So Guruji is shouting, hey, come. Guruji, your name is not in the list, he said. What kind of disciple is this? So some people are not smart enough. Correct, no? It requires little intelligence. Correct, no? So at least if some people, if you tell them, they will do it. If you don't tell, they will not do it. Correct, no? And the third category fellow, Adamo Ashraddaya Kuryat. Third category fellow, Adama means Ashraddaya Kuryat means half-hearted service he will do. He will not do wholehearted service, half-hearted service. Like one time, they had to make some sabji. The sabji cutting, the size should be small. Initially they started small, but then it was getting late and cut, he got big pieces. Now how will it cook? And he put in the kitchen, correct, no? So it's a half-hearted service. So one should put the heart and do. And then the fourth category person, he says, Na kuryat uchcharitam pitu, he says. A boy who never renders a service even after repeatedly following up. He is just like the stool of his father, he says. Uchcharitam pitu, he's saying. He is good for nothing. Kuch kaam ka nahi. Because even after saying 10 times, he will not do it. There are some people like that. It's very useless subordinate. So we should be which one? First, second, third or fourth? At least second, at least. If not, because first one, to know the mind of the master is not very easy. But at least what we are told to do, we should do it. Hey mata bhakta gana kari nija vase trina dhuli bahire phelaya paramaharshe. Seeing Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu so faithfully, nicely doing that, taking the dust in his own cloth and throwing and coming, Bhaktas also got very inspired. They also did the same thing, Nijavase. They took the Angavastra and collected the dust, Trinaduli, and then they went far away through it and came. Why they went far away? Because if you put it just outside the hall, it will come flying inside. So they went far away and put it and came like that. So now, here comes a very important lesson. Whatever the leader does, the subordinates follow that. For example, in one of the youth centers, morning after the Mangala, after the 10 offenses and everything was chanted, the chanting time began. And the boys saw that the leader is sitting with people and taking a meeting, preaching meeting for about 15-20 minutes. Then the boys also formed groups and started talking among themselves. Instead of chanting, they were chatting. Correct? Because then the chanting time, similarly, during chanting time, if somebody is looking here, looking there, talking to others loudly, disturbing the other devotees who are chanting, then everybody's chanting becomes very slack. Correct? No? I have a very simple policy. If I have to talk to anybody in the temple hall, morning, I go out. Somebody comes talk to me, I'll tell them, come here, come with me, go out and talk there and then come in. Why I do that? Because chanting is a serious business or a casual business? Serious business. Everybody should be chanting very vigorously and seriously. So that means, what example we set, others we are going to follow that. Like somebody is chanting, while chanting is joking with somebody and laughing. Somebody else is looking at this chanter. Will he be inspired? No. So therefore, what we do, most people watch us and they copy, especially when we are leaders. It's very important. Mahaprabhu is faithfully collecting the dust and putting in the Angavastra, going and throwing. Everybody is exactly copying that. If people see you as sincere and serious and strict, then they will also become sincere, serious and strict. The best way you can come up with powerful boys who are dedicated leaders is to yourself become very dedicated. Every one of us. Many of us sitting here may be mentors also. When you become mentor, how you can make your mentees powerful devotees? We ourselves have to set an example. No other alternative. Yadda acharati shreshtas, it is said. Yeah. प्रभु कहे के कथा करिया च समार्जना पूर्ण धूलि देखिले जानिब परिश्रम. Mahaprabhu said, okay, now let me see who has done how much quantity of service. Like Prabhupada used to say, let us see who distributed how many books. There was one Jadurani Mataji. She used to distribute the maximum books almost every day. Many other men, hefty-bodied men and all would go for distributing books, but they would distribute few. So Prabhupada would joke in the morning, just see this Jadurani, she's skinny, she's a thin girl, but she's distributing maximum books. And you men who are tall and hefty, you're distributing so many books, Prabhupada would say. You would joke with them. So Prabhupada said, the more you distribute my books, the more I get energy, spiritual energy. Because Prabhupada saw that the suffering souls, many of them are committing suicide in America. Many of them are into drugs and all kinds of bad habits. When this book reaches their hands, they read and they become great devotees. So, in any seva that we do, we should try to do the service as nicely as possible. And Mahaprabhu is also particular about not only quality but also quantity. Both are important. Which is important, quantity or quality? Both. So before this, till now, the quality of consciousness was emphasized. He was using his own angavastra, he was even crying tears while cleaning, chanting Krishna Nam while chanting. All this is about consciousness. Till now, the quality. After the quality, now the talk is coming about quantity also. Everybody should do quantity service also. Like I went to one youth center. I saw there were 12 devotees staying there. I asked, okay, tell me who is doing what? They said, Prabhu, this devotee is taking care of Tulasi. Tulasi in charge, they said. And this devotee is cleanliness in charge. And this devotee brings grocery. This devotee cuts sabji. And this devotee washes pots. And this devotee, goes and gives sweet rice to the neighbor. So the neighbors won't create trouble. Like that. Oh, okay, that's all right. But who is going out for distributing books or calling boys? Prabhuji, we have only one devotee who does that. I said, you have 12 devotees? Only one devotee? No, Prabhuji, not one, two devotees. He said, who is that? Then he showed me two devotees. One devotee is a mentor, another devotee goes with him, that's all. Other 10 devotees, they are all doing this other services. I said, everybody should go out. At least a couple of hours, one should go out and distribute Prabhupada books once a week. And also go and call the boys. World is on fire. You see, the heart of Gaudiya mission, Gaudiya Sampradaya, the heartbeat of Gaudiya Sampradaya is prachar. If we don't do prachar, who else will do prachar? Whole world is on fire now. You can see that number of suicides are increasing, and the wars are increasing. Maya is increasing. Social media sense gratification is increasing. Boy, girls, free mix is increasing. And you can also see how, number of non-vegetarians are increasing. Correct, no? 98% are non-vegetarians here in this South India. No? So, when so many millions of animals are being killed, so any devotee boy, how he can peacefully sleep? You should worry about the world around. And Prabhupada wanted us to, carry the mercy in the form of books and prasad and chanting and everything, and reach out to the people. So, the reason I was telling you was, if you want to have more devotee boys to become devotees, more and more boys to become devotees, what we will need? We will need more preachers. Like here, say about 50 of you are sitting now. Say, imagine if 25 of you can give lectures. Another 25 can distribute Prabhupada books. Then amount of preaching will increase. Correct now. And if we don't go out, then we are watching the mobile, we are watching the computer screen and doing some sense gratification. Some boys want to play video games. Some boys want to hear Bollywood songs. Some boys want to watch some porn or adult content. Even sometimes devotee boys get degraded sometimes. Why? Because they are not engaging in seva. Correct now? When we engage in service, our mati, our mind, intelligence is completely absorbed in the Lord. We should go out. Like Mahaprabhu told, Prati gare gare giya koro ye bhiksha, bolo Krishna bhajo Krishna karo Krishna shiksha, shuno shuno nityananda shuno haridas, sarvatra prachar, sarvatra amara agnya koro prachar. He said, Prati gare gare giya koro ye bhiksha, bolo Krishna bhajo Krishna karo Krishna shiksha. He's saying, go room to room, tap the door. Many boys are into drugs, many boys are into movies, and many boys are lazy. Wake them up and give them Prabhupada books. Give them the chanting of the holy name. Invite them to the class. So, in this way, our quantity of devotees can be increased. When more helping hands are available, Mahaprabhu said, I have hundreds of basketfuls of mangoes, but I am one man distributing. How will I be able to distribute? I want more and more hands for distributing. Please come and offer. Offer your help. If you each of you take one basket and go with the mangoes, you can distribute to hundreds of people. Correct, no? Like that Mahaprabhu says. So that's why Mahaprabhu asked, what is the quantity? That is also important. Like sometimes people argue You see, Lord Rama was very pleased with squirrel also. He just put one small stone. But in our center, people are very cruel. They're asking what service have you done and things like people say like that. See, I will ask you a simple question. Can Lord Ram tell all the Hanumans and other Vanaras that all of you go and relax? Now only the squirrel will make the Setubandha. Is it possible? Is it possible to make Setubandha with the squirrel? Actually, he needed hundreds and thousands of Vanaras to make it. And squirrel was not neglected. He was also, his seva, service attitude was glorified, correct now? But we should try to serve like whom? Like squirrel or like Hanuman? We should try our best. Whatever is your capacity. How many of you feel that many times, whether it is academics or Krishna service, we don't give our full capacity? How many of you feel? Correct now? We don't give actually. Huh? We are not putting our best. What Lord Ram told Hanuman was, the squirrel is giving his full capacity. Huh? And Hanuman, you are also giving your full capacity. Therefore, he appreciated both of them. So, yeah. सवार जान ठान बोझा एकत्र करिला स्वाहायते प्रभुर बोझा अधिक हईला. See, every devotee gathered dust and made one heap. Some devotees heap a small heap, other devotees heap a big heap. And Mahaprabhu's heap was so big, so much dust he collected, that even if you gather all the heaps of all the devotees put together, still it will be smaller than what Mahaprabhu collected. That much he had collected. See here. Read this. One of you. Or the mic.
Even though all the devotees collected dirt in one pile, the dirt collected by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was much greater.
Like what is our preaching and what is Prabhupada's preaching? Huh? See, Prabhupada, he was 70 years old. He had a couple of heart attacks. He went to America and he established 108 centers. Within how many years? 10, 12 years. You can see that. What a quantity of... And he made 5,000 initiated disciples and 5,000 aspiring disciples. 10,000 disciples. Can you imagine? And that too in old age. Prabhupada said, one old man can do so much. You are all young fellows, how much more you can do? Prabhupada said like that. So, because of his pure devotion, he was very magnetic and he did so much. So Mahaprabhu also told all the devotees that we should try to do more quantity also. Then again, Lord allotted areas for them to cleanse. And Sukshma Dhuli also they collected. Not only the Stula, even the finer dust also they collected. They threw it outside. See? Sava Vaishnavalaya Vedu Evara Shodhila Dekhi Mahaprabhu Ramane Santosha Haila. Yeah. Again the devotees took the jada and second time they cleansed the temple. Mahaprabhu became very happy. Actually, this cleansing of the temple is also cleansing of the heart. When Lord Krishna sees that you are trying to purify your heart, lead a clean life, Lord becomes very pleased. When we become contaminated by bad association, illicit sex and meat eating and gambling and intoxication, Lord feels pity for us. But when you lead a clean life and you are blissfully performing devotion service, Lord becomes very pleased. So when the temple was cleansed for the second time, even a fine dust also, everything was clean. And then Mahaprabhu smiled happily. Hara shata jana shata ghate jala bhari pratame laya ache kala apeksha kari. Now 100 people picked up 100 water pots. And there is Narendra Sarovar nearby. They filled up the water pots and they brought it. They're holding in the hand. But they were not throwing the water. Why? What is the reason? Waiting for Mahaprabhu's order. This is very, very important. See, in every department there is a head. And unless the head gives a green signal, go ahead. You should not start work. Like for example, in the prasadam, all Gauranga Prabhu used to organize the prasadam distribution. So all the items had to be brought first. Correct, no? Say only 3 items are there. You start serving. Mahaprasade Govinda, you start serving. And people will take 3 items and go. Again, they have to come back for taking 5 more items. Correct, no? So independently and whimsically, we should not do anything unless ordered by our superior. That's a lesson. Any type of service. If a service is given to you and you have to wait for the superior's order, Prabhu, can I go ahead now serving prasad? If he says, wait, then you have to wait. If he says serve, then you have to serve. That one should follow. Same thing, any other instruction also is given to you. Like he's telling all the boys have finished the class now, they will be coming out in a, say, big program you're doing. Say your Shreyas Festival monthly program is conducted. Big, so 300 boys are there and they're coming out at that time. The book table boy should be there, collecting their WhatsApp numbers. Somebody should be there. So sometimes we post a boy, sit here, when the boys come, show the books, collect. At the exact time when the boys are finishing the program, coming out, nobody is there on the table. You seen that? Then you ask, hey, kidhar gaya ho, Prabhuji? Prabhuji, khane ke liye gaya Prabhuji. Exactly. And the boys, the books are lying, nobody is there to sell the books. Boys are picking up the books, seeing nobody is there to ask the money and everything. So the boys go away empty hand. So when service is given, one should not leave it and go. And also when service is given, one should do it with the order of the superior. As soon as superior says do it, then only you should do it. One time in the kitchen, one devotee, when I was telling about Gauranga, he was cooking. But then one phone call came to him. So he went to attend to the phone call. Another devotee put chauk. You know chauk? You know chauk? Chauk, you don't know? She put in the dal. What is that? You know, sir? Chauk. See, if the mustard seed should be bursted, top, it should be bursted right now. If it is not bursting, then it will be round. It will be. Then when you are drinking dal, it will come in the teeth. It will not look nice. Taste won't be good. Or if it is too much burned carbon black, that will give bad smell, correct? So the whole item will be spoiled if you put a wrong type of chang. And that's what that boy did. Gauranga Prabhu made a beautiful dal, but this fellow spoiled the last part. Because did he put it by taking permission from Gauranga Prabhu? No, that's what we should not do. Whenever you want to do anything, you're going to do anything, first we should ask, Prabhu, you are the authority. Should I do it or should I not do it? Like one devotee saw there was a carry bag on the table, they kept in the ashram. So he took it and threw it in the dustbin. So the other devotee took a bath and he came back. And he was wondering, I was planning to take some breakfast fruits, he had kept the grapes. And he didn't find it. He asked the devotee, Prabhuji, anybody saw here? I kept fruits on the table. And then one devotee said, Prabhuji, I saw one devotee throwing it in dustbin. So he saw it in dustbin, it was there. And later on the devotee was asked, why did he throw it? He said, Prabhuji, I thought it, it's old one, it's rotten, I thought I threw it. But don't do it without asking whom does it belong to. Don't do anything unless you are told to do. Don't touch anyone else's things. Don't change their positions. That's what he's saying. Mahaprabhu is saying that. Apeksha kari. They were waiting for Mahaprabhu's order. You see? Jala aya bali ave Mahaprabhu kahila. Tave shata gatani Prabhu aage dila. Jala ana, he said, bring the water. Like that Mahaprabhu said. Immediately everybody brought the water in their own pots. And then they asked Mahaprabhu what we should do now. Delivered it. Pratame karila Prabhu mandira prakshalana. Urdhva adho Vittigriha Madhya Simhasana. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu first washed the main temple and then thoroughly washed the ceiling. Ceiling, then the walls, then the floor. And the sitting place, Simhasana, everything else within the room. He cleansed everything. Yeah. And then in this way he threw water everywhere. Here is another important point. Shrihasta Karena Simhasanera Marjana Prabhu Age Jalani Deya Bhakta Gana. See, the altar in which Jagannath is going to sit, Mahaprabhu said, this I will myself clean it. So he is cleaning it, sitting place. And all the other devotees began to bring water and gave it to Lord. And they were cleaning the other parts of the temple. So what does this show? The leader should do the vital services. You should not delegate. He himself should do it. Because in vital services, there should not be any mistake. One example I'll tell you. In Yatra, in those days, one devotee was thinking that he collected money from everybody. It was like 2 to 3 lakh rupees was there. And he didn't put it in the bank. He thought if cash is available in the Yatra, it's easy to use. Free flow money, buy. But he gave this money back to one devotee and told him, Koji, keep it and I will go and make some arrangement and come. So that devotee kept it in the bus. And everybody went for taking bath. He also went for bath. And the bus is open. Is it all right? When the leader devotee was taking bath, he saw this devotee also taking bath. Hey, Prabhu, you're taking bath. Where is the bag? Bag hai, Prabhuji, bus mein hai. Left in the bus. Then after that, the leader got out of the water, put on this gamcha and ran to the bus. And the bag is missing. Bus. He didn't find it. Somebody has stolen it. Then he asked the driver who came here. Driver said, just now one person came and took it. He said, where is he? And then they saw him carrying the bag and going, one fellow running. Immediately the Prabhuji got one car and chasing behind him. Finally, that fellow got from one vehicle to another and police, he called. Many people surrounded that fellow, dropped the bag and ran away after that. Fortunately, the money was saved. So then the leader was told, the most foolish thing you did was to trust a fool. Correct now? So who is fool? Both are fools, isn't it? Actually, when one is leading we cannot afford to hand over a vital service to some ordinary person. Like when Prabhupada was in Vyas Puja day, some young devotee was doing, worship for him. Prabhupada asked, where is Tamal? He asked. Prabhupada is in kitchen, they said, he's cooking. Call him, they said. Then Tamaksha Maharaj came. Prabhupada said, you are the senior most devotee here. The puja should be done by you. He said. Then Tamaksha Maharaj sent someone else to kitchen and then he did the puja, Vyas Puja day. So vital service which should not be delegated, should not be delegated. Certain controls the leader has to keep oneself where one should take care that, because others may not be careful, correct now? Younger ones may be a little careless about it. Like for example, you tell a devotee, see you have the key to a bureau where lot of money is there. Many things are there. In the same bureau, you have a silk cloth which you want for putting on the stage in the altar for the Lord. You give the key to a boy. And the boy goes, he opens the bureau, brings out that cloth, but he leaves the key in the bureau. And he gives you, and he may put very nice cloth and keep the Lord in the altar, everything. And the program is over, you go to the room, you find some money stolen because the bureau was left open. So, therefore, the key where lot of money is there in the bureau, that key should not be given to anybody by the leader. Leader should keep it on side. Correct now? In this way, what is serious ones should be known. What cannot be delegated should not be delegated. That's the point. Mahaprabhu, cleaning the sanctum sanctorum, it has to be done with very high consciousness. Because Lord is going to sit there. Lord will only come there only if it is done with love. So who can do with love? Mahaprabhu. Therefore, he himself is doing it. I'll myself do it. Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna who is adopting the mood of Srimati Radharani's devotion. With that devotion, he is cleaning. So himself is cleaning that. You can delegate, but you cannot delegate everything. Also, sometimes a leader may delegate a service to a subordinate because the service is too difficult for him to do. Is it all right? It's like giving a small sparrow, sparrow, asking him to carry a big coconut on there. Nariyal, big nariyal. It becomes chutney only. If you cannot do, how can they do? Therefore, leader should not give a service which he himself cannot do, and he cannot give a service which is very vital to do, which others may mess up. Right now. भक्तगण करे गृह मध्य प्रक्षालना निज निज हस्त करे निज निज हस्ते करे मंदिर मार्जना. All the devotees within the temple began to wash. Each one had a broom in his hand. In this way, they all cleansed the temple of the Lord. Keha jalayani deya Mahaprabhu kare. Okay, this is another verse. Now I'll go ahead. There is another one. I want to share some more lessons. Shatagate jale haila mandira marjana mandira shodhya kaila yena nijamana. Read the translation.
In this way, all the rooms were cleansed with 100 water pots. After the rooms had been cleansed, the minds of the devotees were as clean as the rooms.
Cheto darpana. Any service you do with the heart, that cleanses the heart also. Now, this is not only to say, only cleaning will clean your heart. It's like if a devotee is cooking, halwa you can make it in 15 minutes, and halwa you can make it in 2 hours also. Correct, no? Possible or not? Like 2 hours, how they make it? Little by little in low flame. Make it like this, very, very nicely. The white color flour becomes brown, golden it becomes slowly. And then little by little you add the items to that. It will come out very powerful. Or it's getting late, quickly you put the suji and put water and it will look like a rubber halwa. Isn't it? It will be like rubber. No taste at all, isn't it? So both are halwa only. So anybody who does service by putting the heart, those devotees are cleansing their heart also. If you put heart, then you cleanse heart. Any service you do. You don't put heart, like you are told to do arati for the Lord. You are doing arati. Or you are told to sing the arati. Or you are told to do any seva. If you are going to bring your consciousness, your heart attentively, even chanting japa, then our heart is going to be cleansed. Did it?
When the temple was cleansed, it was purified, cool and pleasing, just as if the Lord's own pure mind had appeared.
So beautiful. Shata shata jana jala bhare sarovare घाटे स्थान नाही केह कूप जल भरे. Yeah, did it?
Since hundreds of men were engaged in bringing water from the lake, there was no place to stand on the banks. Consequently, someone began to draw water from a well.
Yeah. You see, sometimes while rendering service, we have to make adjustments without blaming the situation. Hanuman was told to bring Sanjeevani mountain, isn't it? Not the mountain. He was not told to. Sanjeevani Jadibuti. So he went to Himalayas. But then could he find it? Because it was hiding. the Asuras had made some arrangement to hide it. And what he did? Either he cut the mountain portion and then he brought the whole mountain. And then Sanjeevani was found out by the Vaidya. Then after it was administered, again he went and put it back. Same place from where he took it. Correct? So he didn't come and tell that, oh, sorry, I searched it, I couldn't find it. Sometimes a boy may tell stories about, Prabhuji, you told me to buy this, no? I went here, I went there, I asked him, I asked that fellow, and finally, okay, tell me where is the item? Therefore, I could not bring Prabhuji. This is called as a storytelling manager. What manager? Yeah. He couldn't accomplish the goal, you see. So, but Hanuman, he accomplished the goal. So that is very important. So here also, the Narendra Sarovar bank is flooded with hundreds of devotees. Imagine if you are waiting behind those devotees, it's going to get delayed. Now how can the delay be avoided? There is another well available. Okay, draw water from the well. That means be innovative, out-of-box thinking one should do. If this is not possible, there is always plan B, plan C. Think about other ideas. So they thought about other new ideas without blaming the devotee. They didn't shout at the devotee. What is this, Prabhuji, so much delay you are causing? I am waiting. They didn't blame. They found out alternative way. Correct now? So we should always be open to alternative ways. Purna Kumbhalaya Aise Shata Bhakta Gana Shunya Gatalaya Yara Shata Gana. They made a human chain. One human chain was transferring the water from one devotee to the next devotee. Like that they would give. And then that devotee take it and give it to other devotee. And it would go. That's very easy to pass, correct, no? And then they would throw the water. And then the empty pot was also given through another line. And they were passing the empty pots. And then it will go there. And then they'll fill it up. And then this queue they will do that. So one amazing beauty of these Vaishnavas is, some Vaishnavas are passing the water pot from one hand to another. Others are passing the empty pot. So there was no competition or envy that, hey, we are just passing empty pots. They are passing water pots. No. Because which is important? This is important, that's important. Both are important. Somebody may say, what is the use of passing empty pot? But without passing empty pot, how can they fill it? Correct, no? So whether service is, forefront service or background service, we should be ready to do it, correct, no? Like for example, you may be told, go to the stage and do the service of master of ceremony. Take the mic and announce to people, cheer at the people, You may be, all limelights are on you and, lights are... So you may be very famous. People may recognize you. Hey, this is a very smart boy. He's smartly dressed and everything. Or you may be told to go to the background and pack up some gifts for giving to people. Or go and transfer the prasad for the event. So which service you should accept? Which one? The first one or second one? Whatever is given, we should accept. Correct, no? We should be willing. Correct? But you see, the Samudra Manthan Leela, the demons were on the tail side of the Vasuki, snake. And Devatas were on the head side. And the mountain was in between. So the Vasuki was like a rope, correct, no? They were doing like this. So suddenly one demon said to other demons, Ahir Puchama Mangalam, he said. Hey, this tail side of the Vasuki is, inauspicious. We have been cheated by Lord Vishnu. No? For Devatas, he has given mouth side. For us, he has given tail side. So we boycott. We go on a strike. They put it down and said, we are going to quit now. So then Lord asked our Devatas, are you ready to come to the tail side? Devatas were ready for anything. They said, tell us to come this side, we'll come. Tell us to hold the mouth side, we'll hold. Tell us to go away, we'll go away. Tell us to stay, we'll stay. We are whose servants? So, and we will work for whose pleasure? Your pleasure. That's how devotees also should be. Devatas are ready for anything. They had no ego problem. Whether I am given the mouth or the Vasuki or the tail of the Vasuki. So they came to that side. And The asuras came to them outside. Now they were ready for the project. Okay, now we are leading now. Now we are going. When they started, Vasuki got vomiting sensation. Like that, the smoke came out of his mouth on the face of all the asuras. And the asuras started yelling and shouting. And one asura was scolding the other. Hey, you are the one who told us to come to the outside. He asked, but you are... See, I told you to come. Why did you come? Therefore, you are a fool. He said. They were shouting and yelling at one another. See, when you take limelight service, many people become envious of you. Correct now? When people become very popular in this world, others become envious. And also in limelight, easily you can find fault also. The background, if some problem is there, people will not know also. But most people want which one? Limelight or background? They know there are problems, still they want it. So there was a competition in this world for this. But here the devotees, they were simple-hearted. Whatever service Lord has given me, I will accept. Okay, either you fill up the water and take in, or you give the empty pots, they were ready for both. Nityananda Advaita Swarupa Bharati Puri Yeha Venu Arasavane Jalabhari. See, there were some people who were not doing this service of cleaning or throwing water and all. Who were they? Nityananda Prabhu. He was 12 years older than Caitanya Mahaprabhu. Advaita Acharya, he is almost like a father of Caitanya Mahaprabhu, very elderly. And Swarup Damodar, Bharati, Brahmananda Bharati and Paramananda Puri, they are all like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's gurus equals. Like Brahmananda Bharati, Paramananda Puri and all, very elderly people. So the elderly people were not asked to render the service, but they were also around watching how everybody is doing, and they were very happy also by that. Why this is quoted? Because sometimes the youngsters who may do some physical service on a Gundicha marjan day or something like that, they may look at the elders and say, "Ye log kya kar rahe hain? Sirf order de rahe hain. Hum log sab kar rahe hain. We are doing everything." They may be very proud. But one should know that elderly people, they may not have the physical strength, may not be there. But their heart, in their heart of hearts, they have great joy. One example I'll tell you. When Prabhupada went to His Holiness, His Divine Grace Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj, his matha, morning, 7 o'clock or so, the brahmacharis are going on a Harinam Sankirtan to the streets. So Bhakti Sridhar Maharaj and our Prabhupada, they both sat in the rickshaw next to each other, because Bhakti Sridhar Maharaj had a knee problem, that is arthritis. So he could not climb up, climb down. Still he was eager to see the Harinam. He sat and our Prabhupada sat. They both sat in the rickshaw and went with the Harinam. And they went to the marketplace, and when devotees are doing, they are watching it. So their hearts are performing devotion, although their bodies are not fit enough. Correct, no? So will Krishna accept or not accept? He'll accept. So one should not argue that, okay, we are all doing service, why that senior devotee is not coming? A senior devotee may be old. Don't try to bring them to your expectation. Correct, no? You may be young. Or some senior devotee is not able to dance in the kirtan because he has a back problem. If you say, "Hum log ko dekho kaisa naach rahe hain, okay, nahi naach raha hai. Why is he not dancing?" When you become old like him, you also cannot dance. Correct, no? One should not compare. Ghate ghate theki kata ghata bhangi gela. Shata shata ghata lokata laya aila. Yeah.
Many of the water pots were broken when people collided with one another, and hundreds of men had to bring new water pots to fill.
Yeah. See, when you are giving water pot, like that, Hare Krishna, like that you are moving very fastly. Sometimes, this fellow is little slow. Before he can move it, you take the next one, you hit it. Both the parts will collide like this, and then they may break. Correct? So, when devotees are serving, not everybody has the same speed. One is super fast, lightning speed. Another fellow is a bit slow. So, therefore, some parts can break, which means while rendering services, some mistakes will happen. So that at that time, one should not give any bad words to the other devotee, or one should not ridicule a devotee, one should not yell at a devotee. What a foolish person you are, Prabhu, you broke the pot. We should not say that. Because pot is not very costly. But whole life he'll remember that you called him foolish. Correct, no? So mistakes will happen. Whenever you lit up fire in a furnace, smoke also comes. But one has to tolerate the smoke. Similarly, while rendering seva, when mistakes happen, we should tolerate. That's a point by this. Some parts may break. We can replace them with other parts. Don't make a big fuss about it. Don't criticize devotees. So our real behavior comes out in crisis situations. Correct, no? In crisis, whether I am a gentleman or not will be seen. Correct, no? Crisis situations happen. Some people may forget. How many of you have seen you told somebody to do something, they forgot? Anybody has experienced? At that time, how did you behave? Huh? Correct, no? Kya aadmi, like that people say like that. Huh? What kind of man you are, Prabhu? Some people even give some bad words also. Huh? Jala bhare ghara dhoya kare hari dhvani. Krishna hari dhvani vina ara nahi shuni. Yeah, need it?
Some people were filling the pots and others were washing the rooms, but everyone was engaged in chanting the holy name of Krishna and Hari.
See, it says, Krishna Hari Dvani Vina Aranahi Shuni. While rendering service, they were not speaking any other words other than names of Krishna. Somebody was saying Krishna, somebody was saying Hari, somebody was saying Hare Krishna. So everywhere Hari Dvani was heard. So oftentimes what happens, while entering service, we forget that we are doing it for Krishna. We get carried away. Sometimes we do prajalpa, sometimes we do useless talks. So, whenever I go for cutting sabji or rolling chapati, if somebody is talking some prajalpa, I will take my earplugs and put it. Of course, you can put earplug or you can put earphone also and hear lecture also. Correct? No? Then they will understand, then they'll keep quiet. So, while rendering service, our consciousness also should be brought to Krishna's lotus feet. That's important. Yeah. Krishna Krishna kahi karega tera prarthana. Krishna Krishna kahi karega tera prarthana. Krishna Krishna kahi karega ta samarpana. Krishna Krishna kahi karega ta samarpana. So when devotees are transferring like this, Krishna Krishna, they would say, or Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, where is the next part? Take it. And Hare Krishna, take it, Prabhuji. So Prabhupada all over the world, he taught us, anything you want to ask anyone, we say, Hare Krishna. If some special guest is coming, you fold the palms and you say, Hare Krishna. And if they're going to leave, you say, Hare Krishna. While serving prasadam, you ask whether quantity is enough, what do you say? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So that is the devotee's life, always. Yei kahe se kahe Krishna name. Krishna nama haila sanketa sabakame. Yeah.
Whenever anyone had to speak, he did so by uttering the holy name of Krishna. Consequently, the holy name of Krishna became the indication for everyone who wanted something.
So, for example, when you want to do college preaching, say you call all the boys together for a meeting, we should first offer the prayers. Nama Om Shivadaya, Om Ajnanatam, all those prayers. Pray to Srila Prabhupada, all the current spiritual masters and Srila Prabhupada and all the acharyas, that this year preaching be very successful for their pleasure. And we can also speak some little bit about what Lord Chaitanya said or what Prabhupada said. Read out some section or read some letters of Prabhupada or something like that. Because it's very important to create a sanctified atmosphere whenever we meet. Because we are going for preaching, it's not a mundane activity. It's a spiritual activity. Just like the Vanaras are building Setu Bandha. Is it a mundane activity or a spiritual activity?
Spiritual activity.
How it becomes spiritual? What is the reason? There are so many bridges they are making nowadays everywhere. They are making it for our drama's pleasure, type of spiritual activity. Similarly, our preaching in the college is not to display our talent of English or display our elocution ability or something. We are actually preaching to increase the devotees so all the acharyas will be pleased. So, then all the devotees sit together and then they make a plan, go to this place, go to that place. Everybody shares the responsibility, and our dealing with one another should be like a brother. It should be affectionate, friendly, and kind, and not arrogant and boastful and insensitive. It should not be like that. So therefore, they always chanted the holy names. Prema Veshe Prabhu Kahe Krishna Krishna Nama. Ye Kale Prema Veshe Kare Shata Janera Kama. In great ecstatic love, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chanted Krishna's names. And because of that, what 100 people can do, that much service he single-handedly did. And that's the same thing with Srila Prabhupada also. Because he was lovingly chanting Krishna's names and reading Chaitanya Charitamrita and everything. When he went to America, single-handedly he made so many devotees. Correct now, Srila Prabhupada? That means your capacity and your ability and your expertise in doing great achievements becomes very easy to the degree you are ecstatically chanting. Correct now? Read the translation.
As Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was vibrating the holy name of Krishna in ecstatic love, he himself was performing the work of hundreds of men.
Yeah. It appeared as if Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were cleansing and washing with 100 hands. He approached every devotee just to teach him how to work. Bhala karma dekhi tare kare prashamsana. Mane na milile kare pavitra varsana. See, bhala karma dekhi. Somebody did very good work. Very nicely he cleansed, and Mahaprabhu, what he did? Prasamshana. He praised him. Wonderful devotee, very good boy. Did very good service. He patted him. He did a very good service. And in case somebody did not do so much dust, he didn't collect, pavitra bhartsana. He chastised him or scolded him, but pavitra means what? Holy scolding. How can you scold in a holy way? Pavitra admonishment. Which means, like here it is said, you can say, read this translation. When he saw
someone doing nicely, the Lord praised him. But if he saw that someone was not working to his satisfaction, he immediately chastised that person, not bearing him any grudge.
Our scolding should not bear any grudge. Not like that, Prabhuji. If you do like that, it will become like this. Instead of this, you can do like this. Like that you tell the devotee. Correct, no? If you want a devotee to carefully do your service in a better manner, you politely you tell the devotee like that. Not bearing. You can't. Bearing grudge means what? What is this nonsense you are doing, Prabhuji? Do you have any common sense? When you ask like that, they will get very hurt. Correct, no? Because you can speak with hatred or speak with love. How many of you agree? Correction can be given with love. Correct? Possible or not? Like sometimes your mother or father correct you for something, you don't mind. Because when it is affectionately given, we can take it also. Correct? Pavitra Bhartsana means affectionately correcting. So that is very important. How you say, what you say. That's very important. You may say the same thing, but how you say. Like for example, we had one devotee who was collecting coupons. In those days we had coupon. If you came to class on time for the Sunday feast, before finishing of Jayarada Madhava, then you get a free coupon. Otherwise, after the class, you have to buy a coupon for 40 rupees. We had this system. So everybody coming in the queue have to give the coupon. Toji coupon hai kya? Take the coupon. Some people would come without coupon. So this devotee, one life member came, he said, coupon hai kya? Chalo, मुझे लेकर आओ. क्या लोग coupon के बिना आ जाते हैं लोग. That life member became wild. he started doing Rudra Tandav. Huh? Bulao president ko, kyun hai aapke mandir ke president and everything. Kya, big pange kya, am I a beggar? Like that. I came running and big crowd surrounded and everything. So he got very offended because the way this devotee was collecting coupon, attitude was not proper. Coupon hai kya? Kyun main aa gaye? Chalo, lekar aao. Like that he said. He didn't treat respectfully. So that fellow got very offended. Because he's a big man, a businessman, want to be respectful. Everybody wants respect in this world, correct? Then I put another devotee, very nice devotee in those days, Rukmani Charan Prabhu. He, of course, is fat and tall, but very mild natured devotee, very soft. And people, if somebody doesn't have coupon, he will say, "Acha, aapke paas coupon nahi kya?" He'll say, "Nahi." ठीक है, no problem. देखिए, सीधा जाइए, उधर एक टेबल लेकर बैठाने हैं, उसके पास एक कूपन मांगे दे देगा, वापस आ जाना, ठीक है ना? ठीक है, they'll go. Very sweetly he will speak. How you say, what you say. Same thing. See, now also he's buying coupon, but this fellow feels respected. Correct now? So we should not, that's Pavitra Bharsana, he says. Without grudge, one should correct. Tumi bhala kari acha shikah anye re. Yei mata bhala karma se hoye na kare. Read the translation.
The Lord would say, "You have done well. Please teach this to others so that they may act in the same way."
If somebody is doing, Mahaprabhu always wanted others to learn from those who do well. Even amongst all of you, some of you may be expert in some service. Others should not become envious of an expert person. What they should do? They should learn from that person. And an expert person also should be willing to share that knowledge. What I generally do, multiple temples in India, that whoever is very successful, I will take that and float it to other places. And then whatever best they do, I float it to different places. So they can learn from each other. Ultimately, everybody should be empowered to do better and better. Either Mahaprabhu is saying. So in this way, devotees began to work with great attention. So this is a very beautiful pastime. It is. So many lessons you learned. Mahaprabhu's authority here, but what type of authority he was, correct now? You can learn from Mahaprabhu the right method of, being a good authority. For all of us, it's a very nice lesson to learn. So, actually, these things can be taught with theory also. But I felt when you read the pastime, all the good qualities they come out. Correct now. So when you are correcting somebody, there is one topic called as correcting without hurting. Correct now. So how do we do correcting without hurting? We have to do plus minus plus. We say it. Prabhu, you have been doing service very nicely. You see, you cleanse the dust and then now you are throwing the water and cleaning. Everything is perfect. You're doing very well. At the same time, when you are throwing water, others though they are getting wet. People are coming and complaining. Yeah, but don't throw that like that. Don't throw. Go near and put it in such a manner that others, dhoti will not get wet. Is it all right, Prabhu? And then he said, "Oh, okay, Prabhu." Still, don't feel bad about it. Your service is very wonderful. You're doing beautiful service. Thank you. Either you say. So then the devotee will take it. Instead of that, if you ask the devotee, "Hey, Prabhuji, look, everybody's dhoti is getting wet. Are you the only one doing service? हम लोग नहीं कर रहे हैं क्या?" Then he will get very hurt. His face will become very small. Correct now? Correct now. Prabhuji ने chastise कर दिया हमको. Like that, they will become very small. Correct now? So we have to Pavitra Bharsana is saying. So Mahaprabhu was very expert at it. When Mahaprabhu did that, many of them learned good lessons and they rectified their mistakes. Therefore, it is said, apna banakar chastise karna chahiye. How? Like in aluminum vessels, what they do? They give the hand inside. You have seen that? They would hit like that. Then you have seen aluminum vessel, they do it? How many of you have seen aluminum vessel, they beat it? All around one by one. But they give the hand, and if they don't give the hand and they beat it, it will make a hole. But if you give the hand inside, it will make it flat. So one has to know, you have to correct in such a way that the correction will be taken. Not that correct in such a way that it makes a hole. Huh? So Mahaprabhu is very, very expert. So now I will give you some free time. Now I have another lecture for US lecture. I'll finish that and come. What time am I coming back? 6:30, no? For this group or correct. See, this Indra pastime, you have this with you. Where is our Prabhu? You have the pastime with Indra? You don't have it. In the questions, sorry, the text file. You don't have that? It is there in the. I can take it from here if you want. Should I send you? You may be knowing that overcoming false ego. That you know that. Yeah, actually, it will be nice if you give them. You can actually mail them, I think. Hard copy will take time to make, I think, no? No. Actually, if you give it to them, they can read it on their own. Actually, we are not, that need not be even spoken also. They may be knowing, I think, Govardhan Leela, correct now? How many of you know the Govardhan Leela? They know it, yeah. You give them, they can read it themselves. And the quiz sheet should be given. You know the quiz sheet, no? Part A, Part B, Part C, sir, yeah. And while discussing that, we will discuss this sheet also. We don't have to separately discuss. This I have finished. Now on the PPT, I will do it. Yeah, so that you can send them, okay? So how many of you understood this Gundicha Mandir Marjan? You understood? Well? You are comfortable with English now, or you want line by line Telugu translation or no? Not required, no? So I will come back by 6. No, not 6. I mean 5:45 to 6:30 is my session.